Your Lie in April, the hallmark of feels anime, and a show that defines the genre. Although this anime is anything but unpredictable, it still manages to capture the attention and the heart of many of its viewers. With a score of 8.9 on my anime list, it ranks at the 20th overall spot, along with being the 37th most popular, something that rarely strikes so close together. That being said, what makes Your Lie in April able to obtain such high popularity while at the same time being able to retain such high scores? What drew people to this show, and how did it leave its audience walking away differently after watching? The story starts off with a young piano protege named Kosei, who after the death of his mother is unable to hear himself play the piano due to his own mental trauma and the semi-abusive relationship he had with his dying mother. He blames himself for her death. Fast forward 2 years later, he meets a girl named Kiori, who forces him to play again and shows him all music has to offer. Before he meets Kiori, his existence is colorless and mundane, but with her as his duo partner, he feels as though he can face the world that now has obtained color thanks to her. The playing styles of these two characters directly reflects their own personality. Due to Kosei's rigid training and long track record of competition, he plays with calculation and precision, not adding any of himself to his music. Whereas on the other hand, Kiori plays freely and never plays the same song the same way. She doesn't play to win, but instead plays because of her passion for music. This really shows the audience the character's overall attitude towards life. Kiori's being full and vibrant, and Kosei's reluctancy to even live and experience life in the first place. This allows Your Lie in April to encompass a broad audience, from nihilists and realists like myself, to the more positive glass-half-full approach that Kiori represents. No matter how you identify yourself, the show gives you someone you can relate to instead of object yourself upon. Your Lie in April also shows us so well how unrequited love and love in general can drive and motivate a person, how it's able to open up people to new ideas and experiences, along with being able to uplift all together. In the scene where we first meet Kiori, Kosei is walking around with his head down. The world looks the same. No vibrancy, no sign that he cares at all, or thinks anything of the world around him. Then we see Kiori, on top of the playground, outlined gently and significantly more beautiful than any of the other characters around her. In the background are cherry blossoms, adding even more color to the scene, along with the young energetic kids below playing and listening to her performance. This scene isn't viewed through Kiori, but through Kosei, who immediately, upon meeting her, has his outlook on the world change a little. So much so that he tries to capture this moment with a picture. Her larger-than-life persona captivates him from the very start. Throughout the series, they grow fond of each other more and more as Kosei learns to grow and his ideas of the world and what it's like are in the past. It's through this show teaches us that things aren't going to be that way forever. People don't have to stay negative, and that even in death there is some peace to be found. To me, Kiori signifies something beyond my comprehension. Her ability to face life head-on and be the person she is while the deck of life is stacked against her is unbelievable to me. Her unrequited love for Kosei and the music he played long ago that inspired her is enough for her to face life without turning back. Vice versa, Kosei is able to face his demons because of the inspiration he draws from Kiori. The two continually better each other, motivate and uplift one another through the unspoken love they have. This is something I think that most people wish they had or cherish if they do. The ability to better ourselves through other people or for one another, to motivate us to do things we never thought possible, is something that is human. Overall, I felt a deep connection to Your Lie in April despite some underdeveloped characters and a few plot errors. The anime is good regardless. Its ability to foreshadow events from the start and still have you care about it when it happens speaks wonders for how they are able to show you emotions instead of telling them. Things are often suggested through indirect dialogue that's very enjoyable to watch. I was often feeling the same emotion as the characters and still left wanting more after a majority of its episodes. I would rank Your Lie in April a 10 out of 10 and the manga a 9 out of 10 because of the visualizations the anime gives you, make it that much more enjoyable. I walked away from this not sure if the ending was supposed to be happy or sad. On one hand, Kosei gained the gift of music and a better outlook on life. However, with the passing of Kiori and the confession from Tsubaki, nobody is left walking away a true winner. Kosei will never be able to be with the love of his life and his first choice. Also, if he picks Tsubaki, she will know that she's his second choice, but one by default because of Kiori's circumstances. Along with all the other dilemmas that go with loss and death, this has me feeling many different ways. I hope you get a chance to check out Your Lie in April, and if you already have, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.